start live. Let me see.
Oh, you are looking GJ for sale.
Um, no, I'm just looking. I just opened the chart.
Oh, okay, okay.
What is this streaming? Let me see. Start stream. It's sometimes it takes a little bit to show up. I don't know why. Uh,
Morning, good morning.
hey, how's it going? Are we live? Oh my! I think my mic is too high. Maybe.
Oh, I'm on that cell.
Uh.
Yep, you are streaming.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I noticed.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah,
Doesn't looks good. Double top, nice clean range. I'm gonna stick to buys. I'm not gonna sell it. By the way, I just noticed something. When I checked on the thing here, so if it goes, it goes. I see this 4 hour closure uh, being bullish. So this might create a wick if it wants to break above. It first might create a wick before it goes up. So I'm not gonna take that one, even though it looks good. Just gonna leave it alone.
And there is support on 5 minute.
Let me see. And yeah, look at the dailies. Really looking good. Um, grab liquidity from below if you have anything, right? So maybe it's this thing. I think maybe it's gonna come up here. So this might be the thing that I'm looking for, if anything. So I would actually expect this to drop maybe to here. As you see, this grab liquidity all the way down here. So maybe this thing even taps around here, same place, and from here forms nice support. Then from here I think I'm gonna take a buy if it will get down here. That's what I'm gonna do. Around here, yeah. Yeah, makes sense. Oh, we tapped into it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, gonna wait for some support. I mean, that's weak. I haven't even started the analysis. It's just I just noticed when I came to the MT and it was on the daily and the 4 hour. I mean, it was in the 4 hour. I've noticed that even a buy above all of this should make sense because we had a really big wick came for liquidity during London, so this is good. And this is New York, meaning that absolutely anything that crosses that barrier is really has a really high probability here of just continuing going up for a while. I don't know for how long. Oh, not for long. It's a little bit messy here, but yeah, but it's there's a really high probability it would push up at least there, but that's not enough. No, I think it's the target. I think it's all the way up there. This week and this week, because this candle, when it was coming up, came all the way up and closed here, but it first came all the way up. This one, when it broke above, came all the way up, and then this one, kind of like created the other structure. So is how I see it. My point is, I would actually buy from here or something like that. Things looks better. It's bullish, so I wouldn't press sell. Not yet. I would press sell below here maybe. Um, okay, let me see what's going on with gold. Yeah, gold is It's really more looking bullish now. Let me see. Yeah, the weekly. Wow. Yeah, this is just so this is just maybe a big doji week candle, and maybe the next week is where we're gonna have some action. So maybe today, yeah, look at this. This is just nothing. Um, maybe there was a setup. Oh yeah, there was a setup. There were many, but it's just a scalping setup. Look at this. This was a nice buy right here. There was a resistance here. I would have bought this all the way up to here. And from here on, no, this one would have been a little bit tricky. Maybe from here, the moment you, let me see. Oh, see, you see, you had one resistance. Oh, so this is another buy here. Oh, this is the same one. So I would have, maybe this would have been a buy. Stop loss below here. TP would have been a little bit tricky. No, it was gonna be good anyways. Yeah, there was space because you would have aimed for this from here to here. So there was a buy here. There was a buy setup too, and those are breakouts. And what do we have on the higher time frame? We have a 4-hour closing bullish. This already tapped into here. That's weird. That moved only 10 minutes already did all of this. So there's volume. Oh, unemployment claims were good. Oh, that's what it is, I guess. Also, we're bullish on gold. Back to bull. Yeah. Okay, and this was 8 to 9 a.m. So 9 a.m. Yeah, I don't like the way those candles are printing like this. Oh, this was yeah, this was news. This was London push. This was so we might see a little bit more volatility like that. My guess is if we're gonna continue going, you know what? Let me look at this chart. Oh, there you go. Yeah, we're above it. So yeah, we're bullish. Yeah. So that's it. So technically we're bullish. Fundamentally we're bullish. So
Rafael took GJSL.
yeah, that GJ sale should play out. It wasn't looking bad at all. It's just I'm not gonna. Oh, there you go. Nice one, Rafael. Yeah. So it's coming down here, I guess. This is the last support. Nice sell. Yeah, I wouldn't. I'm not taking that, but that was a good one. Yeah, it's just like I said yesterday, 2 days ago. I'm just gonna stick to the higher time frame bias and take it easy. I'm not gonna be flipping. You see, this is bullish still. Like the 1 hour is still bullish. This is just a revisit to could be a support. And from here we could see, a formation to continue going up and maybe break above. So maybe I prefer to buy from here than to sell from there. This is what it is. So from here, anywhere here that we form a support, I think I'll buy it actually. Even if we're not, even if we already have a range inside, like this would be a non-tradable range. I'm gonna go for a potential break of structure today. So I'm gonna, yeah, probabilities are there.
Uh,
This could actually come all the way down here now that I think about it. If it really wants to grab liquidity, let me see the 1 hour. Yeah, it could come all the way down here because there's a liquidity area right here. So anybody that took those sales, really nice. It should be done. You should be taking partials and leaving a runner just in case this is the one that drops. If I see any formation in between this green, yellow thing, all this area here, I'll look for buys.
from where the sound is coming?
Oh yeah, I'm. There was a little bit of noise. So let's see here. The 4 hour gold, 4 hour. We have a zone down here. We already had it at the 30 minute. We have a zone here. We have a massive amount of wicks all the way up to here. And this is all the 4 hour. So 4 hours. I think today we might see 1933 all the way there. How many pips away? 37 pips. Not bad. On the 1 hour we have very big liquidity zone. From here we had wicks coming all the way down here, closing above just like this 2 wicks here. So this is a tricky area, to be honest. And 30 minute might have been the one giving better setup. So I guess it is just better to wait. Oh, okay, so 5 minute. It's breaking above this. So if we have any support from here, maybe we can go up. Today gold was volatile. Raja just lost today. Yeah, I can see. I can see. Look at the size of the wicks. I only saw one trade that maybe looked good today. Was this one because this grabbed so much volatility at the end. It closed bullish. So I would say that anything that above, like from here, maybe this push up would have been the safest one. But then we have this one here. Like at this moment, I would say that for gold, it's better to wait for candle closures because you don't know if it's gonna grab liquidity and then at the last minute flip. So yeah, that's what I. So yeah, Nico, I would definitely agree with that. With gold being volatile, it's a lot of volume. That's why I was looking at like what's going on. But yeah, it's should have been bullish. No, wait, gold should have been bearish. Yeah, gold should have been bearish actually, not bullish. Fundamentally, right? Yeah. I'm waiting for support. If I see support, then that's it. I'll take buy entry here on GJ. Let me see. Yeah, even the higher time frame chart. I think it's. And look, I noticed this. I don't know if you guys yesterday was the Spanish stream, but yesterday I had the same lines. I didn't move anything. And look how it said yesterday that we maybe could sell this down to this zone. I actually pointed out this zone here, the in the middle, just because of this, and this is literally respected that trend line. So that's why I say that when trend lines kind of like start to happen, they actually become really nice guide. When and if they actually present themselves. If not, then you shouldn't be looking for trend lines all the time. But if they present, yeah, look, this one thing came from here to here, and this thing became the this previous support became the zone, and this up here, which is obviously a zone 2. It's pretty much how it ended up being. So from here to here, we have been bouncing. Now the tricky part is this rejected yesterday during New York. This rejected London, and this is rejecting again potentially New York. So the question is, if are we ready to break below here and correct the daily? Because the daily has been only closing bullish. Only closing bullish. But then we have all of this liquidity, and we have NYSE, complete NYSE push open. So the question would be, we already have a big range on this daily. Are we going to just push up to finish this, or push down to whatever this zone is? I don't know, why do I have it like this? Have it like a daily? Maybe because of this closure. But a better day, yeah, this is definitely a better zone here. We have all of this. We have space to correct all of this. And it's, look, the dailies are kind of like losing momentum on the body, like the bodies. This is a big one, big rejection, small body. But then this one grabbed liquidity all the way down from here, and we kind of retapped again, same zone. I would still, like, I still see it bullish. Like even the 4 hour, this is the beginning of the 4 hour, like wick down here still makes sense to then flip and continue bullish today up to here. Still, I see technically all of this still looks bullish. Now, below here, things get a little bit messy, or they start to lose shape, is what I could say. So up to here, I think everything still makes sense up to here. Previous support, you know, this was, look, this was resistance. This was a stronger resistance in the 1 hour. So, and this was when it finally broke up. It was when it finally broke above this resistance. Boom. So around here, and this is the limit where I would expect any kind of like reaction. Inside of here is where I could expect a reaction to buy. So what that means is, if I come here and if I see, look, this is kind of like losing volume here. So from here, where did I have it drawn? I had it up here. So let me put it here. So from here would be the perfect level to buy for me. And the limit to buy for me would be down here. All of this is still a liquidity area based on the structure. All of this. This is the base of the push. So all of this and inside from here to here, inside of here, still look, we could have closures like this. So what that means is I'm gonna just wait for the candles to close. I'm not gonna rush into it. I haven't taken any trades today, and I really don't care about not really taking any trades if I don't see anything that I like, period. This was a nice sell, Rafael, by the way. That's a counter trend, but it was good. It made sense. But you have 1 2 1 2 1 2. But this, like, I was about to do, you know, to go for it as a rejection, because in the 1 hour it kind of looks like, in the 30-minute looks like a rejection. You see 1 2 3 4. But then I remembered that I think it was GJ that I was rejecting. Look, 1 2 3 4 5, and even 6 if you want to call this one, and still pushed up. So, oh, and maybe like this day, when was this happening? Look, 1 2 3 4 5 structure rejections, and still broke up. So you know, this could be something like that. We have so far 1 2 3 taps, Maybe we consolidate a little bit more. So maybe we just stay inside the range and maybe tomorrow we break up. Break above. Yeah. But yeah, that's it, simple. I'm gonna keep it simple. This is the level. Let me do this. This is actually like a daily level almost at this point. This is 4 hour, 1 hour and everything. Yeah. Strong level. This is not necessarily a 4 hour. 4 hours actually down here. Oh, nice. Okay, so 4 hour is actually down here. Let me see if that makes sense in the lower time frames. One hour makes a little bit of sense, kind of like a liquidity zone. Oh, it makes sense on the 30-minute. Okay, so let's see what happens here. So in the 4 hour structure, we have this bullish candle, and we have this level is from where it like came all the way up close below, still came down here, grabbed liquidity, flipped and touched again here. So I would expect that the candle wick, if it's gonna continue going up, that it maybe touches around like this zone here, where you see all the from the body closure to the candle wick, and from here. So it's pretty much the same zone, anyways. Look, it's pretty much the same. So it's all confluenced into a buying zone. That's all I'm saying. So like maybe any buy from here, it should be a high probability entry based on that, at least. Yeah, 30 and the 5. So I had the level. I'm still gonna keep this level that I had here, and this level that I found on the 4 hour, and this I'm gonna just do this, even if it doesn't look, let's say, aesthetically pleasing. But this is look at the wicks. This is an area that inside of here, like, I don't want to take a trade. Outside of it, like above here, makes sense or whatever, or maybe below it. But look, inside of here is just a mess. What was this? This is Asia. This is what? This is Asia too, and this is London. The heck is happening with Asia and London? New York, look at that. And this is London again. Yeah. Yep. So any formation here of support, I think it's gonna be good. How are the guys doing here? How's gold doing? Yeah, look at that. We're 7 minutes away from the candle closure. Oh wow, look at this. I don't know, gold seems a little bit messy inside of here, but right now it's not looking so bad. If that 30-minute closes like that, is actually good. So this would be a look at this liquidity here. This is a little bit of a rejection, but then if you look at the 30-minute, it would look like the money candle. You could literally do this, and it really looks like the money candle with a nice liquidity grab. Oh, it's losing steam now. Now the body is not looking so good anymore. Like the body is better if the body is a little bit bigger. So now it's not the money candle anymore. Oh, is this gonna flip? Yeah, that's why I would wait for body closures, candle closures. But if it closes like bullish here, up like around here, it looks like the money candle where we just take a buy and we fill the wick and let it run. But if not, then this is, what is this doing? Yeah, gold is not looking so attractive unless we see like something forming here. Look at this, tap, rejection. What do we need here? Even if we're gonna break after this rejection, it would still push up before breaking. So like even a buy from here would still make sense. Just based on the fact that there's a really high chance that even if this is the one breaking down, it would actually come back here before breaking down. I mean, the probabilities for that are really high. Here, body closure, at least tapping there. So this from here to here, really attractive. Even though this 30-minute is looking bearish. But I'm waiting for a bearish, for a 30-minute. So, oh, this is NYC open, by the way. So, I still don't see a setup, so I'm just gonna let it, do its thing. Oh, look how this close. Yeah, yeah, gold. Man, let me see that 5-minute game. This is a key level, so it tap, rejected. So maybe this thing wants to drop. My buy order got activated on Bitcoin. I think I shared this yesterday, right? Yeah, so I have one here, you see, and I have one down here, 41. Those are spot orders, so that one got activated, and I have one at 41. And yeah, I'll see if this pushes up all the way up to here during the next weeks. The levels, like, there are mental levels. I just see it, look left and I find them, but I can actually pinpoint them. They're not hard to find. This here and this here got activated. I think I shared this one yesterday, right? In the stream from yesterday. This and this here. So I'm already in a buy here, and yeah. I was expecting either this or this. Boom. That's the highest likely scenario that we were gonna come here. And this order, I placed them when this weekly candle closed all the way up here. Actually, I shared this. Oh, I shared this 2 weeks ago. Look at the weekly outlook with the one when I shared the. Oh, I didn't notice you got. Oh, I didn't notice the chat at all. At all, like nothing. Wow, Sander was there. Oh crap. Man, I knew I was missing something. You think about it, the break above the gold. That was at 9. Wow, man. Sorry. Really, really sorry. I didn't see none of this. None of this. Looking for a retest. Also looking for gold buys. Stretch is holding a lot more way, but yeah, there's a Canada, yeah, it's on the way to break record lows, so I. Okay, hey, what's this Ethereum split I'm hearing about? My crypto understanding is really minimal. So, you mean the hard, there's a hard fork? Or there's a fork? There are types of forks. Splits into two chain. Yeah, that's a fork. That's exactly what they do. If look, patch designed to fix a bug and has led to worse second line bug splitting into two. If there's a bug and they cannot fix it, they typically do a fork, and it's kind of like a separation from where they can kind of continue the literally the chain of the blockchain on a separate way. Yeah, an update literally. That's the way they do. They've been soft forks and hard forks, and in the past a lot of them actually. Mainnet, so that's fair too. Yeah, there you go. And for some reason, people actually take those as bullish. Like, you know, I guess it's just yet another excuse. Yes, exactly. And then they automatically, if you're gonna have a fork, I think when we had the fork for an Ethereum Classic, then there was a fork where you literally got the same amount of coins on both blockchains. So that's why they're bullish, because you end up with like double coins in some sort of way. Remember, there was a time where we were having a lot of forks. 2017, I think. Something like that. What is going on with gold? Gold. Yeah, gold looks bullish. It's just what it is, but it's too messy. And this yesterday, somebody was asking me about if I was still bearish after this yesterday. No, I'm not. I from the moment the news, from the very moment that the news did this yesterday, and nothing happened. I said no, now this is nobody's land. Like this is more bullish than bearish. Actually, I said it in a group. I'm in another group with another traders. I don't know if they're here. Any of them? No, they're not. Yeah, they're good traders, and we were having conversations. And I said, no, this looks now more bullish than bearish, because this, look at this, 1, 2, 3, like look at all of those wicks against the 1917 zone. It was just too many rejections against the exact same zone. So, you know, you take that as a bullish sign, you know, as a liquidity. Yeah, inflation in crypto. It is, and it isn't, because it is in a way that you're inflating, right? You're creating like another crypto, but it really isn't, because Ethereum Classic, nobody takes Ethereum Classic as Ethereum, literally. So Ethereum is its own thing, and yeah. So you're not inflating the same crypto, you see? Yeah, that just becomes another. Oh, look at Bitcoin. Nice. My buy order. Nice. Moving forward. Moving up. Yeah, this is looking nice. I think we're going to have another push for crypto for sure. How is this thing looking? Because we're waiting for GJ to create like a support. So like I said, even if I bought this on here, there was a really high chance we see this boom, like up a bump up here before, even if we could continue going down. I see a good crypto push as well, especially with equities recovering. Yes, I think crypto. So there is a reason why I did 2 weeks ago a video about Bitcoin and crypto, which I typically don't do too many crypto videos, which is, and I said it there, and I'm gonna repeat it openly. I really don't care if the market crashes after that. I really don't care about none of that. I said my strategy is really simple. Man, I think I should have bought this zone. The more I look at it on the 4 hour, the more I think I should have bought the zone, and that's it.
Yup.
Because look, this is the push that I was saying. But it's okay because if we break above, we're gone. So you know what? This is a really high quality. Let me see this. This is a really high quality break if it happens. So it's okay. Gonna wait for it. And I'm gonna be careful. I'm just gonna bet my mom's funds, my house, and the car. I'm not gonna be too aggressive. Yeah, look. The visit, like, so this is why I thought about it. Like, even buying the zone, because this visit up here, if we're gonna break, this visit here made sense, even if we're gonna break below. Look, yeah, I should have bought the freaking zone. Look, would have been done right away. 12 pips already. And the problem is, this is just the 15 minute, but we tapped into it. But look, we tapped right here officially. Let me see if we're gonna tap officially the zone, the level. Hey, Mohammed, right? Yeah, Mohammed. Yeah, Rafael, do you have like a really good mic?
No, I'm using my AirPods.
Oh, that's why we can see there's like a fly. Oh, look, boom, man.
Why? It sounds bad?
No, it's grabbing like environmental noise.
Oh, everything around me?
Yeah, so I think it's, if whenever you want to talk, then on mute because the
Gotcha.
other people, yeah. Oh, so that would have been, look. So far the the idea is playing out. It's just that that was not the setup I was looking for. I'm still kind of like, man, maybe I should. Yeah, it's okay. It's still okay. We tapped literally at the level, and now the small rejection. So we're good. Yeah, I was missing all of the chat here. Boom. Oh, I'm here. Let me put this in. So the move from here to here happened. Uh, that was not necessarily the entry, but it would have been a good. So the reason why I thought about it, but obviously that doesn't mean anything, right? Unless we execute on it, is because also I thought about the fact that even to break below this thing that happened here is the same thing that happened here. It took a while just to break below it. This zone here, this liquidity zone. So, when we were coming from up, like coming from here down to here, it would still touch here and still retap here before breaking down. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's why I got the idea that from here, when tap here, we would tap this one. Look, when we were coming from above. The question I always ask myself is, are we coming from a level, from above a level or below a level? Because the behavior is different. When we're coming from below a level, this is the behavior. It grabs liquidity down here. But when we're coming from above a level, there's a different behavior, right? So coming from here, oh, look at this. Oh, wow. Oh, so maybe the buy above here. Oh, there you go. So we have the 30 minute now forming. Maybe this is going to form here, the support, and that would be part of this liquidity zone here, and maybe from here we're ready to go up. Let's see. If you know what, I'm gonna the moment I see the formation for the, we're already tapped here, so that one, let me change the color because this is just a reference that we were expecting a tap here. But the reason why no, the tap wasn't even there. The tap was here, and it happened. So the reference coming from above was, we see 1, 2. When we came down below the zone, that is like down here, all the way down here. This is a little bit messy. Let me do this. There you go. When we broke below this, it needed liquidity from here again, even though we had dojis, to finally break above and kind of like come inside of this mess area, which is just a liquidity zone. And right here, there was an obvious, look, visit down to this. You see this? Same place. So this from here made sense from here all the way up to here for the same reason. So now I'm still bullish. Like I said in the morning, I'm not gonna press sells on GJ. This is forming up really nice. And oh, we just closed. What is this? The 40. Let me. How is that 1 hour looking? 1 hour's looking good. Look, tapped here, flipped. 30-minute, 50-minute, 50-minute looks looking good. So now I'm gonna do this, and let me see. So now we have this on here. Anything that breaks above here is a good buy entry. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna place a buy pending order, because it should move for a few pips, at least 10 pips in favor before it does anything, all the way up to some wicks that I see up there. Stop loss, I'm gonna be a little bit so let's see if this happens today. Stop loss is a little bit tricky because I see and I'm looking for a consolidation area. Oh, there you go. So we have it here. This is the support on the 5-minute, but then it's a little bit far away. Well, that's where it is. So this is it. So it would be like a 1-to-1 almost. This is the limit where I would place the stop loss. You see here, small formation of support here in the 15. Candle wick all the way down here, still moved up. This is the stop loss if we break above for me. This could be an early entry. It's just I don't yeah, this could be an early entry, to be honest, on the 50-minute right here. Expecting the resistance to be broken. It's just that if I go for that one, stop loss would be a little bit big. So maybe I wait for a retracement down to here and maybe enter one position there. Yeah, retracement down here would make sense. What is this? 18 pips. I can actually do this. 16 pips looks better. This could be the one that, and I could TP again here if we touch. But now if we touch again here, then it means that there's a really high chance this is just gonna break above. So why would I just, yeah, I would definitely TP anyways. I want a wick down here to get like an early entry. Because I even have a space to manage. Like if I get the entry down here and I see a closure below this thing that I have here, it would be the place where I close early and then I only lose half of the entry. So yeah, that's gonna be my plan for the continuation today. Also, because I'm a little bit concerned now that I think about it, just like I mentioned, if this is the double top rejection to drop below here, this would be the place where it would grab liquidity before falling. But now the closure of the 15 is quite bullish above all of this, so I'm more into this breaking above than this actually breaking below. So I'm just gonna go for it. I'm gonna enter if we come down here. And yeah, that's a 2R. Let me enter a, setting up this. Half of the position I'm gonna enter here. I just need that tap. A little bit more, a little bit more. Okay, I'm gonna enter right here. Right here. Now I'll wait for this candle closure. 30 minute. 30 minute. If it flips here, I close early. This is an early entry. This one I'm expecting to let it open. Not gonna touch it. I'm done here. I mean, I have one entry. I'm gonna have another entry if we break above. If this flips, I'm not really killing it now that I think about it. We're 9 minutes away. Maybe this was, like I said, maybe this was the liquidity to break below. So if we break below this, what I will do is, if we flip this candle into bearish, I think I'm only gonna close half and still wait for this. I'm still would close half and wait for this. Not necessarily kill the whole thing. And then, what is it? Yeah, and that's it. And then kind of like see if we have a formation. If not, then this was the double top, and maybe this was the one that was gonna fall down. But there's no, this already happened. Like for this, maybe this would have been like a good buy opportunity because here was the whole setup there. But and maybe next time now I'm gonna keep it in mind, especially because I saw it before it happened. So. But this one is open. I feel good about this one. Makes sense to me. Oh, I'm in profits a little bit. Okay, that's it. Let's see how we move. Yeah, looks like a buy. Smells like a buy. Feels like a buy. So might be a dock. If we break above, I'm gonna have this one waiting too. This one's gonna be shorter, and this one, maybe up to here, if anything. Stop loss right here. It was gonna be like 1-to-1. That's fine. Do we have the volume to break above? That's the question, because we are in quite in like right there in New York. we break above this, I'm just this so if we break above here, I'm just, why is that such a strong level? It's my question here. Yeah, this is a tricky area, even for breakouts. This is a tricky area here. Look, check daily, check monthly. Yeah. There you go, yeah. Wait, was that a... Yeah, wow, such a massive... Oh, this is a rejection. Rejection zone. So maybe the daily, I mean maybe the structure. I think today, after this push up, now it seems more like this would stay inside of here for the rest of the day. I'm like 3 pips in profit, but it really looks more like this wants to stay inside of here, and then tomorrow maybe it's gonna do something between today and tomorrow. Not necessarily today to break out, because today we started the day down here and we moved all of this to the resistance, and we rejected twice. Not only here and during London, we rejected here again during New York. It's kind of like how it looks like. So so yeah, let me wait for disclosure. But it really looks like that. So if anything, you know, if it comes down to here, what I'm about to do is then I risked this. I could actually, anything that moves below this, because I would actually expect that the next 30-minute candle taps again here before moves up, now that I noticed. So, you know, if that happens, I have a decision to make. Either I'm gonna take half of it here and let the rest run, just in case it really wants to break above today. And even if it doesn't want to break above, maybe, I don't know, wants to visit again around here before flipping, then I'm still have enough pips. Or if we're gonna have a yeah, I would have to make a decision, because right now I'm literally, oh, now it's break even because I spent all of that time. But yeah, I would actually expect this to come back here again before doing anything up there. So maybe the early entry should have been down here. Oh, there you go. Yeah, maybe the early entry should have been right here and not where I had it, but it's okay. And also because this is the level from where, like I said, if we're gonna break below here, this is where you would actually expect the liquidity visit. So, you know, I literally am buying, just betting on this continuing up, but actually maybe this was better selling this level here to continue the drop today after the 2 rejections. You know, maybe that's another way to see it. Yeah, look. I'm gonna wait for the closure, by the way. I'm not gonna touch it. I'm only touching this if we break below this 15-minute. Below this 15-minute, I'm closing half. You know, let the other one open. I'm not. I'm still not concerned. you know, I'm bullish. I'm gonna keep it bullish, and if the market takes me out, then it's okay. But I took a buy in a bullish market, so it's, and the context was there, so. So I'm just trusting what I see. How is this looking like? A lot of liquidity. Like it's really weird on this and on the like in the broker's chart. It really looks like a huge liquidity wick on the 4 hour. Really weird. Really weird liquidity wick all the way down there. Ended up bullish, but then kind of rejected. Hey, I'll see you. Yeah, break even is a great way to finish if the setups are not there, especially. Bearish closure. It's not good. So if we break below here, I'm closing half of the entry. Right here. Oh, it moved really quick. Oh, it's gonna take out my entry. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna, so I guess the sells were the one. Yeah. Closed half here, but it moved really fast. Took half like here. And leaving the rest open. Let's see. I'm still open, just closed half. Yeah, so the early entry actually made more sense against this level, not right here, maybe down here, because this is, if we're gonna form the support this way, and also the closure, like this is what I meant too, right? You wait for the closure, even though this candle is really weird, but now you had a better small confirmation here, so this also made sense. You know, to come down here because this is part of that liquidity area, which is kind of like what we said at the beginning of the stream. Back to entry now. And yeah. Yeah, let me see what ends up happening. What is gold doing? Oh, look at that. Pushing up. Oh, gold had a nice... Oh, gold had a nice setup on the 15. I just missed it completely. Look. Right here. So gold was easier actually. From here there was the entry. Because this was a, yeah, there was a confluence and now would have been TPing here and leaving a runner, if anything.
It was a retest of NY open. It was a retest of NY open.
Yeah.
And
yeah, continuing going up. There was actually there was a cleaner entry. I think GJ, the double rejection on GJ, this coming up now makes me a little bit worried because then that means GJ most likely is gonna go down. So maybe my idea is gonna not be good and I should call it a day there, but with a loss.
Better GJ buy was above 162.274, above daily body resistance.
Yeah, it's. I think that the real one, the real good one, was the early one here. From here against that, so, because this is a key zone. So from here to here, like I said, even way before it happened, it made a lot of sense. I just hesitated too much because I wanted like to see at least two 50-minute candle closing in my way. But it's okay. I'm gonna, let me see. I already closed half of but this is not looking good anyway. So I'm gonna close the whole thing. Cut my losses short. Let me see. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, gold was easier.
Yep. I
And
took buy
or buys from here to here were really made sense. It was bullish. This was the key zone from here to here. Like I said, even if we're gonna break below here, it will grab liquidity here. And this is literally maybe what it's doing, or a formation here. Gold, now we don't have a wick below here, so I'm not necessarily looks good for buys still. It really looked better here. From here to here, so I guess I missed it because I was focusing on GJ.
I took gold buy, but I got only 2 pips because it was price action was not good. It was very volatile on 1 minute chart.
1 minute.
Yep. My entry was 5 minute. My entry was here,
Yeah, this is
and it went up and again it came down. So I got stopped out at BE.
oh yeah, it's kind of like just from one way to the other. So I would guess that if you take it like anyways, like if I were to take that one, I would take it here and then I would trust the 15 and just let it move. Just the same way like I did with GJ, right? But look, this was the
Okay.
double top and this is the one that drops. This is actually
Oh,
more than more a sell than anything else. From here to
yeah.
here, it should move. So I'm yeah, it's okay. So it was the sell. It was the double top rejection, and
And on gold, I'm waiting for a close of 1933 300 for it to continue up. Because if you look at the 30 and the 15 to the left, you have clean candles all the way to 142 500.
yeah, you know what? I'm recording this. By the way, I'm recording this because like I could see it, and I didn't execute on it. Next time, it's just because this is a counter trend, right? But
Yeah.
I could see it, and I'm gonna add this to my roster because I saw the whole game as it happened, but I was stuck to the bias. And but it made sense. Like I saw the whole game before it happened, and I didn't execute, which is, means nothing. Uh, but I said it like a tap from here would drive price up here before it breaks below here. Literally, what happened was that, and so the buy from here to here could have been taken based on that. But now, this is me not reacting, so that's the problem. That would me be that would me be me. Well, I mean that guess was that guess I took that guess, but it was a guess with information because context for the double rejection was there. So this made sense to keep this drive down probably here because TP1 would have been here. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna keep that in mind.
Not only that, look at the 4 hour. At the top of the week that we're in right now, if you notice that 162 200 level has been a lot of rejections.
Yeah,
So either it was gonna break that to the upside or it's gonna come down
yeah,
to fix that whole area that it's been just jumping for the past couple of days.
yeah. So it made sense for the sell. Okay, so I'm adding that. So I have a loss here. We have been doing good the previous day, so one day in a loss is not bad.
It's part of the game.
Yep. Pretty much all the other days have been profitable. I think it was GJ buy, right? Yeah, GB, PJPY. It was a buy order, and I mean, I lost. It was a loss. There you go. And it was taking when? What time was it? It was around here, 9:30. Yeah, 9:30. There you go. 9:30 a.m. Had a loss, and maybe it might be the only trade of the day. Because maybe we missed. I missed. Let me see. This liquidity area, I don't want anything inside of here. Honestly, I don't want to do anything inside of here. Even if as we break below here, this might drive price aggressively here. This already moved way too much, and the 15-minute kind of painted the picture for the sales. Okay. I was in 13 profits. Should have closed my trading profits. You mean on gold? Oh, so gold. Let me see.
Gold.
Yeah. You mean here?
No, that here. My entry was there.
Oh, you had that entry? I would have closed right there.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure. I mean, profits at least.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. How about the gold 30-minute closure above? Let's see. So this is the level now we have. Oh, the closure has happened. We have the wicks. Wicks are the ones rejecting. If we go to the 15-minute, 15-minute is up there. Oh, so that's, yeah, that was good there. Why do I have 4 hour there? Because it is a 4 hour. Oh, interesting. Okay. So we're actually in a good place to buy, interestingly enough. It's just that, oh yeah, this is what is the, oh yeah, 1935, really strong level here. We are in the presence of a really strong level here, key area. So I could actually expect price to visit today. So this is how I see it. I think the probabilities of us tapping here today are really high, but I don't know if we're gonna drive down to here. You see, look left. Before we even tap there, we had like a rejection from here. Oh, it came up. Okay, so from here actually we could have so a visit to here before driving up here is what I would expect. Same question I always ask myself, right? When we were coming up, what was the price kind of like behavior? And as you can see, it tapped from here, grabbed liquidity like here before tapping there. I don't know if maybe in the 15-minute gives more info. Oh, so this one drove up even before it tapped there. Maybe 5-minute gives even more info. And from here to here. Oh, okay. Okay, so from here we could actually drive up. There's a probability for that because price did that before. So maybe a break above here should drive the price up. So as we break this, oh, look at that. It's looking a little bit weird.
From 1935 to 1938, this area is very, a lot of 4 hour week is there.
Yeah, I would actually say that today I would expect 1935 to be tapped. I
will wait for retest if any breakout happen.
Yep.
My main thing is on the daily candle.
Yep. Daily is also very tricky.
Has that 1933 200. It has yesterday the wick didn't break it. It tapped and it came down. The previous day it broke, but it closed below. The previous day before that it broke and closed below again. Same thing as in the bottom, the 1918 1919 200. That whole level has been rejected a bunch of times.
Yeah, this is a major support.
And then for me on the top, the whole
Yeah.
1933, the whole area is still a nice hold up. We haven't been able to break from there in the past couple of days.
Yeah, but the majority of the dailies tap into 35. Like this one was the one forming support against the limit. So this one makes sense today to tap. Like even a tap would make sense today here based on the probabilities of what I've seen in the past. So I would actually expect this tap here today at some point. What is the 4 hour? Yeah, so maybe the next 4 hour, whatever. But I would actually expect that. It's just this is messy. I don't. Maybe I'm not gonna trade anymore today. You know, I think this might be one loss and call it a day because this is
Yep.
not what I'm looking for. Like I like it when I open the charts and it's clean and clear. Not clean. It doesn't have to be clean, but it has to be clear. And like this, the one that I just lost here, it was a little bit, it was a context based, most of it. The setup was not there, so I literally, now when I was reviewing in my head, I noticed, yeah, the setup, I would have waited for the 30-minute, like I said. 30-minute, I would have wanted it to close above this zone, and from here, maybe I would have dared to take this, considering this would break. But if anything, the how you say the context, or I mean the behavior, I could read it. So I liked the fact that I could read it before it happened, just because it kind of solidifies me to create like a new setup for me. Because maybe now I can capitalize on that in the future. So now I would have to play with it. Because I literally called this move from here to here and this move from here to here if we were gonna break this, and literally both happened. That was two trades right there, right? But I didn't execute because they were not part of my setup. I just was expecting that. Obviously it doesn't mean it's gonna happen. So well, I'm gonna pay more attention to that. Setup was not there, so I lost because I was bullish. It was okay. The setup was not clean, so I'm lost because I did a dumbass, half a dumbass, because I still the context was in my favor. So I don't feel so bad about it, to be honest. So I don't feel good.
Yeah.
I don't feel bad about it. It made
No,
that.
really, bro. Look at it as something you got to write down and you learned something today. So I take that as a win.
Yeah, and I don't feel like you see me here like really calm, because like I said, an early entry is half an entry. So not only did I enter half a risk here, I closed half here and the other half here. When I checked there, I closed with point 0.6, with 60% of the risk that I thought that I was gonna come. Meaning I entered with 1%, ended up closing with 65, point 6. What is that? 0.65%. Meaning I'm okay. This is like almost like a break even day for me, based on the previous days where I end up with 2%. There was one day last month I ended up with 20%. So can't complain. So this is
And
like
today it's rejecting completely down there.
GJ, yeah. Look at this. Look, the liquidity area. Look, do you remember we had it like this? Look at this. This is really strong here. Just
What
watching
about
this.
it just doing the 4 hour wick?
I'm not gonna touch anything, but there's one entry that I might take if I see it happening. Not necessarily this break above, but maybe the flip and break above the 4 hour again. It's just we have a lot of rejections, but we also have a lot of liquidity. This one came and formed the structure right here with a big wick, and then this 4 hour came with a big wick below the previous 4 hour just to close above bullish. And this one came to the liquidity zone. So a flip of this candle on the 4 hour actually makes sense, and that would be right here above this thing here, which means that if it breaks above here, there's a really high chance today we see this. This is how I see it. Like, it just goes with my expectation of the price move for today. But yeah, I would have to see how it prints. Like, I would have to. What time is it? 10. Nah, I don't think it's gonna break today anymore. So this is what I noticed. When GJ, it doesn't mean he cannot do it, but when GJ wants to break an important level during New York, typically he's gonna do it. Actually, I've seen it. I remember last year, was it? I think it was last year. He broke the levels before 10. So whatever was gonna happen, most of the time it would break them, or it would happen before 10 a.m. Meaning whatever rejected by 9:30, like this today, that was just, confirmed rejection. You can actually look for it and see if that really kept happening. But let me just find this. Let me see. This is New York. Okay, so this is New York. Look, this is 10. So look, this is pre-New York. Look, 5, this is the level. Look, 4 to 5, boom, boom. All of that happened there. So New York was just the rejection, right? So it is rare to see GJ breaking after the NYSE 9, and then 9 NYSE. You see, NYSE just brought price down to here. Same thing here. So we today had pre-New York and pre-New. Look, this is London push, and this is London here. This is pre-New York revisiting and the push up. And then what is this? 8. You see? From here to here, the whole move happened up to the resistance, and this is now NYSE. So that would, I would guess we would just, from this moment on, maybe we just stay inside of here and for the rest of the day. If we break above here, you see this idea here, actually after those 2 big weeks with so much liquidity, if this happens without news event, it would actually move up. So it actually is a good buy opportunity. What is going on with this? Like a mosquito? That's weird. So a buy order above here would actually make sense, just based on there's some important information here, which is this happened with a lot of volume, this happened with a lot of volume. So if this were to break any time, it would, hey, I'll see you, Rafael. If this were to break any time without any news catalyst, it would actually be a good buy opportunity. But yeah, most likely this is just gonna be what it is. I don't see any setup anymore, so gonna wait for it another half an hour, see if anything forms. It would have to be what? Let me see. It would have to be. Oh, wow, that's interesting. Like if this one closes bullish after that liquidity grab, geez, that would not be a bad setup to buy. This one, like if this one moves a little bit further up, closes like around here, this is a buy setup. Even though this could be considered a no tradable zone now that we have so many. Yeah, I'm gonna force it. Just gonna leave that alone. Maybe gold looks better. So yeah, maybe now is the visit for the 35 level. see, this was the previous support, 15-minute here. Oh, previous support confirmed here. So maybe this is the one that drives up to here. Yeah, if I don't see if I don't see another, this looks like a buy setup, to be honest, like from here on the 5-minute. But I don't trade 5 minutes, so you know, not much I can do. Just gonna wait it. Like I'm just gonna watch it to see because I don't trade 5 minutes, so no setup for me. I think gold may push to 1938 at least for for Nico. It is part of the push-up zone. It is part of the push-up zone, but it could actually, yeah. I think 35 is kind of like the most certain level today. 35. Um, I have the pending order on GJ. I'm noticing it's moving up. So if it happens, it happens. You know, I'm not touching that one. That's, you know, whatever. I just noticed here on my MetaTrader it's moving up. But yeah, gold, I think the most certain level is 35. With a lot of probabilities, like a lot of probabilities to tap into here. 38 is a little bit, yeah, 38 could just definitely happen. It's just, you see a lot of rejections on 37 key area here. So it will be maybe, and look at this. Oh, the 30-minute already created a, oh, wow. So I was missing a lot here of information. There was a setup for me actually, which is an entry here with the stop loss below here to continue to 35. I wasn't looking at the 30 minutes, so I missed that. So from here, from down here, after this wick here, let's see if this plays out. I didn't take it, so I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna watch it to see if it plays out. How long? Yeah, we're almost at the closure. I will see if that would have played out, because this is a setup, right? You have the break of the so this is the resistance. You have the candle wick already grabbing liquidity from here. Yeah. I'm not taking this one, by the way. I want to see if that would have played out, because that was a setup. Oh, look at this GJ. Oh my gosh. Yeah, my bullish bias is kicking in. This is looking good. I'm not gonna lie. This is looking juicy. This is not looking bad at all for the continuation. I don't even have to look at the 5-minute because I can see it here. I have this waiting here. That's gonna be my only certain trade for today, if it happens today, or for tomorrow if it happens tomorrow, which is a buy, pending buy order above here. It will aim for around here. Hey, I see you, Sanjam. Yeah, I'm not over trading. That's for sure. I only want trade. If I don't see the one that I want, then that's it for today. Yeah, I just watching the market just in case. Make sure you didn't take too many trades today too.
Yeah, I took two trade. One trade in pre and Y session. It was really good gold buy,
Oh, that was the
and
one
one
that you didn't close.
no NY session. I didn't
Hmm.
from uh, it went up like 13 pips. I thought I will get like 20 pips at least, but it came down very quickly, and I got stopped out at BE.
Okay. Okay. Break even is great. Break
Yep.
even 1%, any percent, even a loss that goes with your plan is a good loss. So yeah, you did good then. You had a nice
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah, if this doesn't like, we might stay inside of this range today. Let me do this just for the sake of making it clear. So let me remove all of this and let's make this clear. From here, in between here and here, we have a bouncing area in the 4 hour. Now, whatever breaks above here would drive price up today. So I do have a pending buy order. Let me make it clear. Above here. Why? Because we rejected many times during high volume sessions. Meaning the moment we break above here, there's a really high probability, especially after this massive week, that if we were to tap into absolutely anything above 162.28, there's a really high probability this would drive up price. Now, how long would that take? That's the next question I have to ask myself, right? That would be answered looking left. I have 1 hour levels. I have a wick that came all the way up here, and I have another wick that came up here before rejecting anything. So what that means is 1 hour is not giving me the answer because I see wicks. Let me see a structure. So the moment, where do I have the entry? Let me simulate the entry. Let me do this. If I had the entry, that really looks like an entry right there. I'm not gonna lie, that looks a lot like a buy setup. Way too much. And I wasn't expecting that. But anyways, let's do this. So the moment we break above here, what I can do is move it here and here. And now I have the stop loss, I have the entry, and I have the take profit. I have everything now. Those are my levels. Yeah, so this is entry, this is stop loss, this is take profit. It's less than one, which is typical for a breakout trade. So that's the tricky part. Now, the reason why I take those, I win 90% of those. So even though they are less than 1 hour for me, I win 90% of them. This looks like a good one for me. So if this were to happen today, maybe I'm not gonna be looking at the charts. I would still expect price to that the moment that we break above here, it could actually drive down a little bit before ending the movement up here. But I would actually expect that. Now, oh, there was another question. How long would that take? It would take one, two, one. It would take not more. Shouldn't take more. And this would have been the one activating. So 1, 2, 3. It shouldn't take more than 45 minutes in on average. This one took 15 minutes. I don't know if you see. From here would have activated to here 15 minutes. This one would have activated this one here, 1, 2. So this would have been around 45 minutes, less than that. This one moved here, would have taken less than 15 minutes. This one would have been taking less than 15 minutes. Perfect area. Perfect area. So that setup there, if it were to happen, not today, I don't think, maybe you see, this might be ranging today, rest of the day. But if this were to happen like between today and tomorrow, and we don't have any important news happening, unemployment claim from, yeah. So I'm leaving this alone here. If this happens, shouldn't take more than 1 hour to finish the movement, and 90% of the time I win those. So that's pretty much it. And if I want to be more specific about what to expect about that potential breakout move, because this is a high velocity area, what I call that, or a money zone, whatever you want to call it. You call it whatever. I go to the lower time frames, and the lower time frames give me even more information about what I could expect. Not necessarily has to happen, but you know, price tends to look at this. 5 minute only moved up. Activated here, did this, moved up. 5 minute here, broke above, moved up, and 5 minute here, boom, boom. Meaning it is a good level for me at least. 90% of those trades I win. And I've done it publicly, by the way. So you can watch previous streams. You're gonna notice most of these I win. Whenever we lost, I think one. I lost one, and it was a news event. I forgot to remove it. You never, like I never. This doesn't work with news. This sucks with news. So you could actually call this a signal. This could literally be called a signal now that I think about it. But because we had so many weeks during high volume sessions, I would actually expect that that I can actually do this and drop it lower. But I'm gonna leave it there just because that's the real safe zone. It's gonna be almost 0.9. So there you go. There's one trade I lost. Managed risk, lost like half of what I intended to lose, which is to me is good. It was a buy order, which is in favor with the trend, so that's good too.
Only moving up.
Yeah, and then also it's gonna tap into the 35, right? Oh, there you go. Yeah, look, that was the trade idea, right?
Yes.
Yeah, look, the trade idea played out. Yeah, it played out. So now there you go. We had a nice trade idea that played out too, really nice. Oh, that doji really looks nasty, but there. So now we could go up, you know, all it wants, but it tapped into the zone. So now, yeah, maybe what Nico said happens today. All of that is fair game now. And honestly, I think that based on this, I think gold has a lot of room to move up. Yeah, because let me see. Should have been paying more attention to this. Yeah, because we just formed support against the break on around the same zone, and now it actually has a lot of steam to go up. Yeah, Nico is right. So maybe we actually, as we break above, we go to 38. You're right. And who knows? We have many zones here now. This one most likely is not gonna hold anymore because we broke up, but we're breaking out. So maybe this one kind of here would have another, may have another issue too. This is 1938, and then another one at 45. Yeah, 45, most likely. 44 it seems to be. Yeah, goal was simple, to be honest. The setup was there, just didn't execute on it. Look, setup played out perfectly. And at some point, it actually came back to entry. So I could have taken it. $15 gave an entry. Okay, good. Well, setup played out. That's good. I like it. So we're not so, you know, that's what I like, that the things we see actually happen. So keep hey Miguel, how's it going? So if this is gonna go up, I think gold GJ most likely is gonna go down because we're pushing up. They are inversely correlated, not directly, but they are most of the time inversely correlated. So this moving up means GJ most likely is gonna move down. Look. Yep. Simple. No trades for me anymore. Just one trade. I guess that we could call it three trade ideas that happened, but mostly one because there was just one that I really saw. The gold buy here was clean. Missed opportunity even though I draw it, and I just noticed that even after I draw it, it came back to entry. So I could have been able to take it anyways. Still missed that trade. Happened anywhere. Was bullish on GJ, stuck to bullish. GJ is actually bearish, so all of those rejections are playing out now, and this is looks like wants to revisit down here. So I'm not gonna counter trend anyways. So gold made more sense after the confirmation of the continuation going up. So meaning that, yeah, I'm gonna leave it like that and just watch a little bit more of the market. But yeah, the idea played out. I like it. I like the fact that it played out. Yeah, but there's a strong level. You see, look left. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4. There were 4 hours rejecting with a lot of wicks and coming all the way down to here. Look, this. When was? Oh, this was New York. So yeah, there's a danger area here. Yeah, there's a danger area here. This was also a high volume session that was rejected in the past. So that's why I said 1935 was the most probable level for today. Yeah, it's okay. I still like it. I still like the fact that everything was clean. Oh, look, this is where I draw. This is where I drew the entry, and all of this happened. So this was dangerous here. Oh no, wait, because when I drew it, we already had the week, meaning that for sure it was because I drew this on the higher time frame. So we already had this week. Most likely, I drew this, and this happened later. So if you were looking at the 5-minute, maybe you would have been scared out of it unless you were a 5-minute trader. I'm not. The 15-minute wouldn't be making sense still because it would have been a bullish closure, respecting the previous low, and so that entry still was valid, and I wouldn't do anything to it. If I wanted to manage risk on that entry, if I was taking that entry. But it was based on the 1 hour, right? That was number one. It was based on the 1 hour. This would have been right here at the candle closure right here. I mean, a candle wick would have been a 1 to 2, really nice one, and would have been a 2% here is like yeah, 2.4% profit, or something like that. And here, to manage risk, this doji closure would not mean anything on the 30-minute. Why? Because he moved above the previous one and kind of respect the structure. So you would have gone for the 15-minute to see what happened, and the 15-minute already had the wick here, meaning that the next one was bullish. So you really didn't have to do anything to it. Just wait. And the only time you maybe wanted to manage risk here was if this next 15-minute candle closed or broke below this 15 minute, then you could close like 50% here and leave the rest open and still would have been playing out. But look, it didn't even do that. So it was a perfect setup, to be honest. Just missed the execution, but we didn't miss the idea. I don't know if that made sense. That was simple, to be honest. Maybe I should have stuck to gold. It's just that the last days, GJ has been the one kind of like given the profits during NYSC, so maybe that's why I was biased. GJ, yeah, that's it. Look, tap into the zone, maybe we retrace back to here, and you know, a bunch of stuff now happening here.
1935 to 38. Oh, there are a lot of weeks.
Yeah, 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 but it happened. It was, yeah, you know what? It was really, it really wasn't complicated. It's just that if you stick to lower time frames, you might get distracted. But the higher time frames were clean.
Do you think gold will go to 1944 today, or it's too late?
No, it could. It has a nice closure. Look, this is what? What is it? The 15 minute? Look, it closed right above here. When we look left, did we have a closure? Yeah, we had a closure there. But look, there's a so if you tap here, if you we do this, we have some sort of level here. See? So we closed above that level. So what that means is that as we break above this wick here, there's a really high chance it pushes up to 1938. Now, the only thing you want to see is this has no wick. You want to see this kind of visiting down. So maybe this happens, you know? Oh, this. You know what that means? That means that this has to be actually here. That's what that means. No, it could actually reject with close below. So this could actually reject from here down to here in the next 15 minutes. But if as we break, there's a lot of volume. So as we break that candle wick right there, the push might happen a little bit fast up to here. So that continuation, let's see. Oh, there, we're breaking. Let's see what happens. There's a break. Here are a lot of orders happening. So from here, we either see a big
to the left side.
Yeah, so we might see like a sudden rejection or a sudden push up.
Yeah.
Either, but not really a good entry for me if I were trading this, because this is not a like a zone to enter still, because the velocity area for me starts like around here. Yeah, it starts around here actually, above here. So we're far away from it, and we don't have a clean cut closure. So if I were to expect this to break up today, I would actually want, you see this 15-minute candle closure right here above the 1934.800. That's what I would want to see on that one. But this one closed below, meaning this could like even tap into here and still reject all the way down to here. So, you know, there's a probability for that, which means I wouldn't feel so good about this. Even if it goes all the way up in just one shoot up, just having that uncertainty makes me not want to take a look the sudden move. And that's what we could expect, sudden move up. And this could be the one that drives up or rejects hard the price. So being that the case, look, boom, yeah, it was 50-50 on that end. So yeah, I want to trade that. Even look, it happened, but it's a 50-50 thing right there. Happened the whole thing. It is a 50, but look, this is the high velocity area right here, right? like I said, it would start from here. And you notice the moment we tap here, move like it disappeared from here to here, like magic. So, but it's
I took
way
gold.
too far. But it's way too far from the beginning. So,
I I took gold buy on my demo account.
yeah, it's there's a lot of volume. You don't have a wick on this one. It closed right below the area. You know, it really has a lot of volume. We're tapping into the 1938. Actually, we might even tap into higher today. We have enough volume today. Let me see. If we have quite enough volume.
And US 30 is going down too. Yeah, I think if stock market will go down, then gold will go up.
Yeah, but yeah, it's not yeah, it's risky to me. Even if all of it happened, it was just risky. So, yeah, but it's cool. It's cool to see price happening.
Yeah.
I'm not FOMOing, like I'm done. You see, trades of the day, that's how it's gonna end. I'm gonna end today with a loss. I'm okay with that, completely fine. We have
Yeah.
been ending the day. I mean, I have been ending the day with wins, taking lives for the last I think all of the streams. This would be the first stream in a long time I end the day with a loss only. So I'm cool with this. Look, boom. But the thing that I like the most about all of this is that the trade idea for this one actually played out so perfect that, you know, next time I'm not gonna get distracted. Like, I mean, you know what? GJ was bullish, so it's fine. I don't feel so bad about it either. Actually, I feel like we did okay. Oh, this last night I noticed that this played out. I don't know if any of you remember that I showed this chart on USD CAD, and when we broke below here, that was many days. Look, this was in March that I placed this sell limit idea, and I noticed yesterday it played out completely. Look, 3R. It tapped with a wick. Look, tap with a wick. Boom.
Yes.
That's how I used to trade a lot. Like that's the only way I used to trade. Before I learned how to like scalp, that's the only way I traded. I would trade zones, and I didn't. So my confirmations to trade zones would be a strong level being broken, a structure being broken, and the weekly levels being respected. And then if there was a trend line, even better. If there wasn't a trend line, it was fine because I didn't rely so much on trend lines, and it played out perfectly, just like those two trades. Those are trades that I just kind of like plant and leave them alone. I don't even touch them. And if they play out, they play out. If they don't, and that's okay. Look, this is at 6R. Played out perfectly. Let me see GBP USD. This is for swing trading, by the way. Anybody asking? This is not scalping at all. This is swing trading. And swing trading is a whole different animal. If you want to see how I swing trade, I think, yeah, I created a video for that, right? It's called, let me see, YouTube. By the way, those swing trades, those ones, they are not necessarily the way that I thought because these are a little bit more advanced. No, actually, these ones are easy. This one is a little bit more advanced. This one. This one is a little bit more advanced, but these ones, they're easier. Those ones are actually confirmed. This is waiting for confirmation to continue down. So this style, I showed it for free in the channel. I showed this for free. Where is it? People will charge you to teach you this. You would actually buy like a whole, and this is really important. This is the video where it was happened like March 27th, which is where I actually shared the key levels that I'm buying right now. Look, swing trading, a simple approach. This people charge you. You pay for a course. I don't know, $1,000. I don't know how much, $700, and they only teach you all of the things you already find for free on internet. But they don't teach you things like this. This 8-minute video, which I did live too, on there was like that was a stream. I did it live, and this one I already have some. There was one person particularly told me this is how he's trading now, and he's doing really good. This just 8 minutes. The concept, simple approach on swing trading, because that's how I used to do it. And the yeah, there you go. So if you want to watch this, oh, there you go. Sanya, what percentage do you risk on average? Look, even people asking, around 1 to 2%. Yeah, so this setup here, we were going at it, and we did actually like a back testing session live, and we had like an entry here based on what. Hey, okay, brother. Look, and we explained every entry as it was happening, and the big one happened alongside with the other ones and how to manage them. All of that is here. So if you want to look at it, it's right here in this channel. Swing trading, a simple approach. March 5th, if you want. What time is it? Yeah, I'm 5 minutes away from finishing. Today was a nice day. I liked the the ideas are playing out. Had one loss. It's okay. Gold is still in no man's. Gold is bullish. It is no longer in no man's. It is in no man's land unless we break above 1945, 1950. But right now it is bullish. We had a lot of liquidity being grabbed here. This might be fundamentally, I think it makes sense too. So this might be the last time we stay inside of here, and I think there might be a big push up in the next weeks to come as we break above here. So the moment we break again above here, I think the probabilities of the same thing I said yesterday about this, same thing for this. As we break above here, the probabilities of this pushing up to here and coming up here are really, really high, technically at least. So this is kind of like a barcode area here and here, but the key level for me would be around 1940, 1950. Anything above 1950 is like an important level to watch to continue the higher time frame structure. The weekly is really ugly, but it actually makes a little bit of sense. If you look left, we had weeks like those, actually many weeks. Yeah, many weeks. And we just moved up and up and up previous weeks. So, coming up then here makes sense to tap this high. This is 1990. So we might see as we break above 1950 area that we had marked like around here. Next key level based on the weekly would be 1960 right here. And then the next key level would be around here, which is 1972 or something like that. Yeah. And then the top of the structure. Now, this week here, we might end up like this. We might end up just in the middle. Just consolidating. So we are bullish, higher time frame bullish. We're consolidating, but the bias is bullish. I don't know if that makes sense. Yeah, consolidating, bias bullish. If you wanted to trend line this, actually, is there the trend line? Yeah, it is there. Look, trend line this, and you can see it. So the trend line was there. Interesting. Did we have a trend line for this one? So maybe now we have this one, and now we have actually this one. Oh. If I were to do this week to week, just for the sake of it. Wow, this is interesting. So there's no real trend line coming up other than this one that was there, and it actually served its purpose for a long time. And then after that one, I don't see like another one clean that you can actually say, this is the trend line. So that's why you sometimes oh, this is the trend line. Yeah, there's one. Yeah, there's one. Yeah. So there you go. We are breaking above. That's fine. Okay, I think oh, nice. Nice. Oh yeah, we're coming to 1938. Look. Cool. Hey, thank you, Joel. Okay, guys, I think it was a good session, even though I personally lost, but it was a good session. Trade idea was good.
Hey, question, Joe.
Huh?
I have a question. For someone that's trading, someone who just started trading, do you recommend focusing on GJ or gold? Because I've noticed that they both move differently, and GJ seems to respect more than gold does.
Yeah, yeah. Gold is a little, so gold is its own thing. Gold has a different way to form structures. What I noticed, I backtested gold for quite a long time when I was trying to understand it. So for me, if I were to explain gold, the biggest thing that I learned about gold when I was kind of backtesting it is that gold respects zones a lot, and it grabs a lot of liquidity from zones before it kind of like moves. So what that does is it creates like a lot of wicks that break structure but close respecting the structure. So it's really confusing. And also the problem with, let's say the problem, not the particular thing about gold is that if you don't keep that in mind, you could, like if you want to swing it, which is why I was backtesting to swing it, not to scalp it. You can get taken out many times and still go in your favor just because of that. So if you keep in mind the zones, it does a lot better for you. Like a really quick example, you see here the red zones that I have.
Yeah.
You will see that when gold comes to from a zone, it tends to go to the next zone that if you know how to identify them. This is on the daily,
Yeah.
by the way, right? Okay, there you go. Look. So if you're rejected from here, there's a really high chance you go to here. Now, if you can see, you only see wiki areas and a lot of mess. But if you bought here, there's a really high chance you come here. If you bought here, there's a really high chance you come here. And it respects zones. You have a higher time frame zone all the way up here too. So there's a really high probability that now, because we grabbed all of this liquidity, actually 1948 is way more probable now. Why? Because it moves from one zone to the next one. And that was the biggest kind of like thing that I learned from gold, which is it really grabs liquidity aggressively. So if you want to back test it, you have to keep him. Look at this. So this is literally what I was meaning. Look, this is the perfect example of what I just said. Let me remove all of this. Look. So you have here a support. You have here gold kind of like forming like a bullish continuation pattern, right, on the 4 hour. Or actually reversal. Yeah. This is a reversal because this was bearish the moment it broke below here, and now this is a reversal. But if you notice, it came and it tapped zones in the middle of forming. If you look at the line chart, look. So in the middle of this, It was forming the structure, but it tapped the areas below and above. So it could have been taking you out all the time, unless you had a clear path of where you wanted to go. So I was bearish around here. So that's why I sold here. I shared this like 2 days ago. I was bearish because the structure was bearish. So I sold here and I took profits here. That's a zone and this is a zone. I didn't buy this, right? So I didn't buy this. But I know that if I bought here or here, there could be a small chance. Oh, actually, it did. Like if I bought here, there could be a chance that I could see gold looking for liquidity here because if I look left, it came for liquidity here, came for liquidity
Yeah.
here. So if you don't keep that in mind, it's gonna take you out every single time or most of the time.
I get taken out every single time. To
Yeah.
be
So,
honest.
but if you keep that in mind, you know, it's just that this is more higher time frame, right? Like swing trading.
Yeah.
So if you
Yeah.
wanna do that, the safest way to do this is always keep stop losses far away from the zones, and it doesn't
So
matter
under structure.
like far away from the zones, and that makes sense with the structure. Like if I were
Okay.
buying this, which I did it, but if I were buying here, because okay, you know what, we have a formation here. As we break above here, maybe I want to enter at the breakout. Then stop loss keep it below the zone. Or in this case, this is the zone is down here, but you can either keep the stop loss below here, enter here, and aim for this, and that's like a 2 hour long term.
So 15, 20 pip stop loss is pretty much normal for gold.
Yeah, that's actually yeah. If you're scalping, it's a different game. So the the trick is that you don't focus on pips, you focus on risk, you focus on percentage. So
Yeah. Yeah.
if you have 20 pips, you can risk 1% in 20 pips the same way you can risk 5% in 20 pips. So same happens for 60 pips. Now your account has to be a little bit big, but
Yeah.
you could grab 60 pips and risk 1% on the same 60 pips to gain maybe 100 pips.
Yeah. Yeah.
So focus on how much are you risking, not so much how many pips are you know, risking. It's just that's how I see it. I see it in percentage wise. I don't see them in pips wise because
Yeah.
sometimes the setup, because since I come from swing trading, you know, the setup on the hard time frame maybe looks good, and maybe I want to take it, but then maybe the stop loss is like 60 pips. Now I say, oh, 60 is too much. You know, it's too big for me. Yeah, it's too big if you're focused on, oh, I'm only trading, I don't know, 5 lots, 1 lot, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. So the risk has to come down if the stop loss is
Yeah, if I'm
big.
swinging and feel myself safer if the stop loss is down here, it's okay. Instead of maybe using 2 lots or 1 lot, then maybe I use point 2 lots.
So you as an individual trader still use those type of lots when the opportunity is there, but the risk is too much. You end up just using a little like 0.1, 0.5. Because I've noticed
Yeah,
thinking,
yeah. This is not a pissing contest to me. This is just my life and money. You know, I live off
yeah,
pure trading. I don't live off anything. So, the setup that I took, that I shared to everybody, this one, it was 30. I took it at 30. The entry was at 30. The stop loss was here, above this level here. No, it was literally at the level here. It was like, yeah, almost 40 pips or something. It was 40 pips. That was the setup,
yeah.
and I ended up taking profit like around here. And I took
Oh,
that trade. That trade, that's 40 pips. That trade wasn't the typical lot size. It was modified to meet my criteria of 1 or 2%. This one, I think it was 2%.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's one of the first things that I didn't know, and that's why I blew like $8,000 in the last 1 year. So now I'm starting with $1,000, and I'm just taking my time with it.
Yeah, do you have a magic key?
Yeah, I have Magic Key.
You can set
I
it
don't
to
have
The
magic
percentage.
big,
key.
You can set
the
it up.
biggest challenge, yeah, I have it set up. The biggest challenge I have is staying consistent. Because I have a 9 to 5 job. in IT, and so sometimes I would wake up in the morning like 6 a.m. for New York, and Raja wouldn't be on. Now he's been consistent, but it's like I'm afraid. I'm like, all right, now I'm gonna start doing it again, but it's like I have to rely on someone. So I'm really trying to learn it on my own.
Oh, okay. I think I
Yeah,
have the best solution for you. Um, this is the best advice I can give you that helped me. So if you see,
mm,
I'm trading alone, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
um, and I really don't care about needing anybody. So the way you manage or you accomplish that is by backtest. So backtest
Yeah.
would be your solution. Forget about
Back testing
trading.
as in on the soft forex because I have that.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
So
okay,
forget. That's what I would recommend, right? Forget about trading and focus on back testing so that you feel secure about the setup. So I would recommend you find yourself kind of like, so you see this setup, this is a nice setup I take every time,
yeah,
and it most of the time will play out. So you see this happening. Oh, this is a set. So this is on the 1 hour, right? This is especially on the 1 hour. Also happens on the
yeah,
30 minute, but yeah, this one happened on the 1 hour. Okay, so you back test this. Okay, every time I close above the 1 hour level during a high volume session, can I wait for the wick and go for the buy? And you back test it. Okay, so let me see. This did happen. No, it didn't happen here. You look for it. You back test it. Maybe on the soft forwards, obviously, and that's one setup. There's another setup, the typical one. Like there are many setups, and then you kind of like write them down, right? You write them down and you say, okay, this is setup number one, for example. The way I teach. Many people know I teach, but in Spanish, Spanish Academy, and the way I teach them is like with names, and you do like you put it's easier like a breakout setup. I have one called the counter candle setup, stuff like that. But they have to be in line with the context of the market and what session push are you in? Like during what session are you doing this? Because it really matters a lot. Like you're not there are setups they present themselves, but if they present
yeah,
themselves during a low volume session, they're useless because you don't have volume. Like you cannot expect price to break above an important level if there's no volume. And like
yeah,
around 4 p.m., for example, you shouldn't be trading at all. And 4 p.m. Eastern, and then you look for that, and then you kind of like back test. Now, the moment you back test enough, you're gonna gain confidence on the setup, and hesitation will go down. Now you're
yeah,
used to it because your brain recognizes the pattern and knows the probabilities of it. Which is why when I take a trade and I feel secure, like you see me, I'm confident. If I
yeah,
feel the trade is there, feel I use the term feel because this is very subjective
yeah,
most of the time. And then you have to kind of like train your brain to recognize the setup for the entry, whatever you want to call it. And then that's gonna help you with the confidence. Now, once you get the
yeah,
confidence, it's not gonna be the same back testing as with the money. Now, don't take too long back testing, but back test. So that's how I see it. Just back test enough that you recognize the pattern, and that now your level of confidence is gonna go up. Now, if you do it like a robot, even better because now you don't have any emotions on it. You say, hey, this is not the setup. I don't do anything. This is the setup. I do it. If I lose, I lost, but it was part of the probabilities of the setup losing because you don't have 100% setup ever. You will have higher setups, and so the question after you lose, like this one, I lost this one. I recognized here the loss I had today. The setup was not really there.
yeah.
I did it based on the kind of like context, but not setup. So now I know I lost that one because I
Yeah.
didn't just because I didn't follow like a specific. I was based more on the zones and none of that, but I do that for swing
So
trading,
so
not for
the
scalping.
zones. it almost broke that resistance up there, correct? But it rejected it and came all the way back down.
Yeah,
What
and
happened there?
especially because of the fact that I knew that there was such a high probability that you remember I said at the beginning of the stream that uh, from here there was maybe a good sell down to here, but that from here there was a really high chance we could actually grab liquidity up here if we were gonna break down below here today. Literally, look,
Yeah,
happened all of it. Now,
yeah,
Yeah.
I traded based on what I was expecting, no, not based on reactions. Today I broke one of my rules. So I do not trade based on expectations. I trade based on reactions, meaning I did not wait for my setup. And there was another thing that too, which is I said it also at the beginning, or maybe here we have way too many rejections, and typically to break a really strong level after so many rejections, that typically happens before 10 a.m. So I didn't keep that in mind. That's it. So sales were definitely better against this level. Period. Okay, no setup there. Only setup here I see actually is this one right here. If I were to look for like a setup, but I'm not trading anymore because part of
mm-hmm.
my rules is, I don't feel like I want to trade anymore. This is 11. I'm
Yeah,
way past my trading time. But if this was happening earlier, this was the setup. Here, sell. There. That's actually the setup. Look, this one, high probability of playing out. Now I have way too much noise here for me to
yeah,
like it. Now, if there wasn't this happening here from here, if this was just a clean shoot up, like
mm-hmm.
80% of the time, this happens right here, right now.
Mm-hmm.
You can actually like draw it in your chart. This is not really so
Right.
good because this is a liquidity area and you have this noise. Without this,
Yeah,
this is a setup right here. Now, you recognize them. Okay, now I take it. Now you're gonna gain confidence with the back test, but then
yeah,
the whole game changes the moment you put money into it, which
yeah,
means it's not wise to start with a big account right off the bat. Not
yeah,
necessarily. You want to test the setup with real money for like a month. Now, there's gonna be a time where you're gonna get. I literally can tell you the whole process because I lived through each one of the bad things that you're not supposed to do. Uh, there's gonna be a time that if you take too long back testing with real money, now you're gonna get desperate because you want to make money and you felt like you maybe wasted a whole month because when you won, maybe you ended up with 10% profits, for example. But it's 10% out of $1,000. That's $100. So now you feel like you wasted your time for $100. That's wrong.
Yeah.
That's wrong because that's 10% of 1,000. Now you have to. That's why once you know that the setups are kind of like in tune and the psychology is kind of getting shaped up, you can raise the money. And then now you raise it to a point where you feel that if you make 10% out of that makes sense for your life, but you first have to go through the process. I tell this to everybody learning, like you cannot bypass the chart time, meaning watching. That's why even if I'm done, I still look at the charts for at least
yeah,
another hour until I get my 2 hours in a day, because it until I get to the level where I want to be, I know my brain has to kind of recognize how the candles are being formed.
right.
Nobody can bypass that. You have to
Yeah,
live through it. Now, the moment you get candle time, you get chart time. Now your brain is recognizing patterns, all of this. You see this noise here might create an. Anyways, this is not a trade. This is a really good idea. If this was pre-New York, this is a perfect setup here uh, for the counter trend. And you start doing that, and then you raise the level. It takes like 3 months. So if you follow the rules and you do it correctly, the minimum it's gonna take you is gonna be 3 months. That's how I know. That's the way I have it in my brain. It would take
yeah,
1 month. It would take 1 month to kind of like digest like the setups. It would take another month to back test forward test, meaning forward test
Yeah.
with a small amount, with a small account,
Mm-hmm.
and it would take another whole month with a little bit of a high, like raise in the account, and then seeing how it goes. And then by the, that's 3 months right there. By the fourth month, you look back, you say, hey, I got it down. Maybe I could put, I don't know, 100K, $10,000, and maybe I can trade $10,000 now. And now you go for the 10,000. And you're not gonna need you're not gonna need anybody like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Right now it's been lonely, but I've been back testing a little bit, mostly on GG. I just find it seems to get along with me a lot more than gold. Especially the fact that I lost majority on gold trading gold.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, gold relies a little bit more on if you want to scalp it, just like today. It relies more on you. Like the moment you see gold reaching down for liquidity, then you feel like that's why I felt better about this setup because it already grabbed liquidity. But if you
yeah,
were
yeah,
caught inside of here, you're done. But look at this. That's why I said when I woke up, oh, this was a nice buy. Why? Because it grabbed liquidity already. So I can actually expect this from gold, especially if you're looking for 30-minute setups. If you're 5-minute setups, it shouldn't take long to, let's say, master 5-minute setups. I just haven't put on the time to do it. But it shouldn't take long because it's pretty much at the same liquidity areas. You see here, maybe it makes sense. This is the same liquidity area, tap, same liquidity area. 5 minutes start to close. You wait 1, 2, yeah, 2, yeah, there you go. Once you've confirmed the support, maybe maybe you go buy here, blah blah blah, same thing. So maybe you can see that happening many times with gold, and you can take a look 1, 2 against the key level, buy here, stop loss below the structure, go again. So maybe 5 minutes is just as simple as that. Who knows? But my point is, you start to recognize them. Now you have to expect gold to grab liquidity, which is what I do. I try to grab gold if we are at a key level, like let's say here or down here, right? Or if we are a little bit far away from a key level, I wait for it to tap into it, then I look for the entry. So number one, you recognize if we're bearish or bullish on the higher time frame. Number two, I see if we're at a key level from where I can actually take an entry. And then I execute. If not, then I don't execute at all. And sometimes you're still gonna mess up. Like I'm still learning to, like until I'm not a millionaire from Forex, I'm still a billionaire, then I'm still learning. So billionaire is the goal, right? Just to put it, put a nice goal. But my point is, if sometimes you're gonna mess up anyways, right? Sometimes you're gonna like kind of like play things that are not even part of your setup. But the idea is that you don't do it too much, and that if you do it, and then another one really important level, the really important rule is this thing here. How many trades are you taking? This is really important. You have to know when to stop. You really have to know when to stop. And if you like, I lost today, I feel really good about the loss from today. Why? Because I stopped. It wasn't a big loss, and I recognize where my failure was, and yeah, I called that a day. Maybe tomorrow, another good day. So far, follow the rules, you're gonna be profitable by the end of the month. Now you can, I think the majority of the losses I ever had was me over trading. So okay, I'm way past my time, so I'll see you guys. Hope you liked sharing here. Give it a like, subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow around the same time. Tomorrow I might stream too, because tomorrow I have to do a bunch of stuff. But I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Do not overtrade.
Okay. One question. Will you enter buy over here? Do you see this is a buy setup?
Down here?
Yep. Break off this candle. Uh,
Sorry,
break
I
off.
disconnected. I'm back in.
Break off this candle. Buy here. Stop loss here. And target will be here. Do you see this as a buy?
Look at this. Big, 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 big rejection.
You can replay also on 30 minutes. That will be very good. This looks like
Yeah,
a
yeah,
fake out.
yeah. Looks like a fake out. Yeah, there's a setup there.
Yeah, yeah. And
Boom. Yeah, yeah. As you can see, it came down first, ended up here.
yeah,
Yeah, that's a good entry. Yeah, yeah, for sure. What time was this? Oh, this was London. It will work. Yeah, you know what? The only issue with gold inside this area is it was really messy, but the setup will actually. This is a non-tradable range, honestly, like in some sort. But this one, this is volume session. So because this is volume session, you could actually take this one. Like I would actually take this one, just because there's a lot of volume here to be expected. So if I see a wick coming down as we break above, yes, I would target that one. Which let me see if that's what happened. Yeah, that's the wick, and that's the breakout. Yeah, and just leave, then you don't even have to go to the 5 minute. You can leave it at the 15 minute, still respecting the previous low, so you don't do anything, and you leave it open. Yeah, that would have played out perfectly. Yeah, that's a good setup. You can, yeah. So that's what I would recommend, right? Like print screen this and kind of play with them, and they have to make sense, obviously.
go to 30 minute. Uh, Actually, this was a perfect buy and break of this candle, but I took a buy over here. This was a late entry, but my ultimate target was here to fill this zone.
Yeah, it's a little late, so you would have to like,
Yeah,
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 manage
yeah.
manage risk. But anyways,
Yep.
yeah, I have to go. So really have a nice day, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care, and yeah,
Thank you very much.
sure.
Tata, bye bye. Take
Tata.
care.